Okay, so good evening, everyone. I think for the online, hope my voice is clear for you. Can you please confirm in chat once? Fine. So in last session, like we have seen the concept of master and slave, right? Okay. So in today's class, we will discuss about the artifactory resource that is Nexus. Okay. So let me start all of these servers first of all in the meanwhile. So remaining people will join. So let's wait for a few more minutes so the rest of the people will join so we can begin the session. And one more thing I just want to tell for all of you is tomorrow we have the class at morning session. Okay. So not on evening. So morning at 9 a.m. But because like I'm planning to go to my hometown for the voting process. So this session I'm gonna put at morning 9 a.m. Okay. Only for tomorrow. And only like I hope it is clear for you too. Monday is holiday. No class. So you'll be getting 2 days, Sunday as well as Monday. So you can practice the rest of the things actually which you are lacked of. What about election day class? We don't have session on Monday. So you can go and you can cast your vote. And second thing, tomorrow timing will be 9 a.m. Okay. So I already said this one. So in English, it's 9 a.m. In Telugu, it's 9. In Hindi, now. And Bengali, Odia, I don't know this one. Even Korea also, I don't know. Okay. Hmm. Anil Kumar, you want to add something? Okay. Anil, you can speak. You raise your hand.
Hello?
Yeah, Anil, please speak.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I have tried the master slave configuration, but
Okay.
inside the getting error when I am adding the credential means when I adding the private key that time I am not fetching the private key inside that. So I have tried many time, but I am failed many time.
What is the error you are getting? Is it authentication failed?
No, inside the error it's showing like just
Do you have the setup now?
yeah, I have
You
already
can
set up.
share your screen. You can share your screen. Let's explore like what exactly it is. Go ahead, Anil. Okay, you can share your screen. Now, meanwhile, I'll try to connect to Jenkins dashboard. Use T2 medium then. Like it's the global issue. Like no, basically, last day also after I went to my home, there I used Jenkins. There it is working very fine. But here in this particular place, it's not working. As per my observation, like what I have seen. But I'm not sure like why it is behaving. Like sometimes Jenkins will be globally out like down. So it's a natural process like what we see in the last of the stages. System CTL. So basically the server is stopped as of now. When the server got stopped, what will happen? service will stop. So I'm using systemctl start Jenkins. And I'll use chk config also, which you already know. Chk config Jenkins on. Okay, so that will run the Jenkins service automatically.
Yes,
Okay, so
this isn't
wait,
offline.
just go for the logs. Go for the logs, Anil. Yeah, in the logs, wait. Throwable launched. Okay, just scroll down, scroll a bit, scroll. The selection credentials cannot be found. Okay, scroll. You have the credential issue. Have you given the proper credentials? Just go for the configuration one more time. Click on configuration. Yep. Scroll down. Number of executives, one is also fine. That's completely fine. Okay, scroll down. Okay. You haven't selected the credentials now. Click on the drop down. Click on the drop down. Have you added the credentials first of all? No, not there, Anil. In the credential section, click on the drop. Not there, in the none. Yeah. You haven't added the credentials, then how can you get?
No, sir. Actually, I am not adding. Actually, I have tried many times, but like
Try it now. Yeah, paste it. Now click on drop down. Click on drop down. Yeah, you can see there. Do one thing. Refresh the page. Refresh the page. Now check it. You have the browser cache issue. Remove the cache from your browser. That is the issue you are getting.
yeah, I have tried many times.
Have you tried with any other browser?
No, no, no.
Just go and try with some other browser. You will get it. Okay. So I'm telling you, sometimes due to browser cache, we will face a lot of issues. Okay. In that case, remove the cache or try with some other browser. It's a common thing. Okay.
Okay, I will.
Yep. So I think we can start it off now. Great. Sir, are you from AP? Yes, I'm from APSI. And sir, what is the next batch is going to start when it is? I am not sure, Ridhika. Like probably it will take 1 week later, but I'm not sure. Okay, management will decide it when to happen the next batch. Sorry. Oh, for to learn the course, huh? Okay, great. CHK config Jenkins on. Yeah. So from next day, so you won't run system, it will start. So next batch related activities, I don't know. Please contact the admin, okay? Because even I'm not sure when the next batch is going to start. Okay. And one more thing, online. So basically, our admin Praveen will share the Google Sheet. Please try to fill it as soon as possible, okay? Or otherwise, you will lose the Google Classroom access soon, okay? So please try to fill it the sheet what he sent for you, not for offline. It's only for online, guys, okay? So in today's session, I'm going to teach you the concept called Artifactory Service. Okay. That is called as Nexus in our course. Let's go and see like how it is going to work. Basically, guys, till now you have the Jenkins server. In this Jenkins server, what you are generating the var file. What you are generating? So this var file will be on Jenkins server only. Okay. But let's assume your Jenkins server is crashed due to some reason. Okay. It might be any reason. It got crashed. Then all your artifacts are going to be removed or not, sir? So in that case, whenever if you don't have any kind of backup, it is going to be very, very disadvantage for you. So definitely we need to put the backup for our artifacts. So in the DevOps, to make the artifact backup, we have a lot of tools. The first one and the very famous one is also going to be Nexus, which you're going to learn. Second one will be JFrog. And you have some other service like AWS S3. You can use any one of them. Not all three, anyone. These, sorry, these three will provide the artifact service. That means whatever the var file that you have been generated in the Jenkins server, this can be storing on any of these tools. It can be Nexus tool, or it can be JFrog tool, or it can be AWS S3. So it doesn't matter what exactly you are going to take. So all of these three will be serving for the same purpose. But here in our course, what we are going to use means we are going to use the Nexus. What we're going to use here? What is the main purpose of Nexus? To back up the artifact. Why we need to back up? If Jenkins server got crashed, we don't have any source of artifacts. So definitely we need to put the backup. So let's go and explore like how exactly this is going to work for you in the real-time aspect. Satya, like we will address this one, okay? What the issue you are facing? Like I'll speak. Basically, even I don't know like who's the online admin here. Like offline people are presenting it, but online is not sure. But I'll speak with the mentors and the supporting staff here. Give me a second. Okay. So Nexus. So if you go and see here, guys, Nexus is an Artifactory service. Okay, it's an Artifactory storage service used to store the artifacts on a repository. What kind of artifact? It can be a jar file, or it can be a var file, or even it can be a year file. It doesn't matter. We can store any kind of artifact in the Nexus. So generally, first of all, we'll create the Nexus server. In the Nexus server, we are going to create the repository. What we are going to create? In that repository, what you are going to store? Artifact. We can use this server to roll back in real time. For example, let's say here it is your server. You deployed the application version 1 and you store the var file in the Nexus server. After when you deployed version 2, if version 2 is not working very fine, you need to do rollback. But to do rollback, you need to have the version 1 artifact or not, sir? This Nexus server will store the version 1 artifact. So it will be very, very easy for you to do the rollback. What happen if you haven't stored the version 1 artifact in Nexus? What will happen? You don't have old var file to roll back. If you don't have old var file to roll back, your current application is having a lot of issue. How can you fix it? Is the logic clear or not? Okay, like that. And here we require T2 medium to implement this one. So Nexus uses Java 1.8.0. What Nexus is going to use here? Java 1.8.0. And what is the port number here? 8081. So this will be the things. Again, I'm telling it's an Artifactory service. Okay. So we used to store artifacts on a repository. Like what are the artifacts? Jar, var, and year. So we have the Nexus server. Inside the server, we're gonna create the repository and we can store the artifacts. We can use the server to roll back in the real time. It requires T2 medium and Nexus uses Java 1.8.0. And what is the port number of Nexus? And what are the alternative things you have here? JFrog and S3. So apart from Nexus, you can go for JFrog or you can either use S3. Okay, that's it. Fine. Wait there. So now let's go and try to create the Nexus server. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is here, I'll be going here to the EC2 instance. So here next I'm gonna click on launch EC2 instance. So what is the server name I'm gonna take here? Nexus, and here I'm gonna take Amazon NX2, which is our normal AMI, and instance type I'm gonna take a T2. If you go for T2 micro, it is not gonna work for you. Okay, it required at least 2 CPUs to work. So key pair, I'm gonna take your key pair, and security where I'm going for all traffic. So 8 GB is enough. In future, if you wanna increase 8 to 10, you can increase. Okay, currently I'm going with 8 GB. Launch instance. What is JFrog? JFrog is alternative for Nexus. Why you are using Nexus to store the artifacts? Again, same process you can do with the JFrog itself, like Akhtar. Fine. It's okay. You are using it only for 1 hour now, so it's completely fine. Okay. If you don't use T2 medium, you cannot able to work with it. Okay. So I'm gonna connect for it, and I'm gonna show you how to install the script. Okay. So let's go to the system here and let's try to install it here. So guys, as we discussed, all our setups will be on GitHub, Raham Sheikh 007. So it is my repository. Okay. So if you go to here, you can see something called as all setups. What it is? So what are the scripts you are trying to install in your server? Everything you can see from the all setups, the very first repository. What I suggest is to fork it. You can fork it. If you fork it, it will be on your local forever. Okay. So here, which tool I'm going to install now? JFrog. Which one? Or Nexus? So it is one of the alternative one you can use, but here we going for Nexus. So go for Nexus here. You can see some script here. What exactly you're going to do is you can copy. Previously, you can see copy option here, but have you seen copy option shifted to here? Okay, this will update for every few months. Okay, so I copied this one, and we need to install this on server. Where we need to install? Further purpose, first of all, try to connect to EC2 instance and try to copy this script. Okay, I'm telling you all setups. Go to all setups and try to fork it. Okay, now if you fork it now, it is going to present on your local forever. Sudo -i VM nexus.sh nexus.sh. So within 15 seconds, it is going to ready. How many seconds? But if you ask ChatGPT will tell it will take 1 hour. Already we've seen in demos, right? See, it's done. So what you can do, you can copy the public IP address. And what is the port number of Nexus? 8081. So that's fine. 8081. I'll show you the architecture, okay, how we exactly do. So guys, basically, whenever if you type 8081, so immediately it won't come 8081. Why? Because it will take 30 seconds to load. How many seconds? Wait for 30 seconds, you will get it. It will come like this only, don't worry. In the meanwhile, I'll try to show the architecture, okay? So it is my Jenkins server. What it is? Initially, what developers will do? Developers will write the code. Where they put the codes are after writing, they'll put on the GitHub. Okay. So from the GitHub, we will be taking the code to Jenkins server. What Jenkins will do? Jenkins will do the continuous integration. Continuous integration means continuous build plus continuous test. This already you know. After doing continuous integration, what you get here? You get the WAR file. What you get? This var file as a backup, what we're gonna do? We're gonna store on the Jenkins. So it is my GitHub. I can write like this. So as a backup, I'm gonna store this artifact in the Nexus server. It is, for example, let's take it's my Nexus. What I can call it as whatever the var file that I generated. Oh, let me take some. Whatever the artifact that I generated, so it is going to be stored on the Nexus. So here you can see the var file now. Why I'm storing the var file here? For my future backup purpose. Okay, to do the rollbacking. So I'm gonna call it as my Nexus server. It is the architecture. Okay. Now I'll tell you like how this is going to happen. So if you click on refresh now you can see the dashboard. You can see on the top Sonar type Nexus repository. Okay. Sonar type. It's not Sonar, it is Sonar. Okay. So now, sir, for example, if you want to sign in, it is the default login page. If you want to sign in, click on this option. Username will be by default admin. What is the username? And if you want to get the password, copy this one, go to your server and give the command cat, just like you do for Jenkins server. Na? So password will be presenting on this path, copy and paste it. It won't. Okay. So now if you go and see here, you can paste the password here. And what are the steps here you need to perform? Here in the notes you can see. First of all, click on sign in. Username will be admin and password will be presenting on this path. Okay. Copy paste the password. Once you copy paste the password, next what you're gonna do? Click on sign in. What you need to do? Click on sign in. So click on next. So you can give your new password. Previously I have given the default password now. So I need to give my new password. I'm giving just Raham123, which is static password. Here also I'm giving Raham123. You can put your name also, it doesn't matter. Click on next. So here you have the access of two things. Enable anonymous access or disable anonymous access. That means if you click on enable anonymous access, means anybody can able to log into your Nexus server and take the artifact. Disable means only some people who have the access will take it. So now tell me which one you put, enable or disable? Disable, correct. Next. So click on finish. That's it. Now it is your Nexus dashboard. This is the way how to set up. Setup will be very easy. Copy paste the script. Take the public IP address. Port number will be 8081. So after 30 seconds you can load. So if you click on sign in, you can be able to sign in. Username admin, password you can get from the server. That's it. So online, is the setup of Nexus clear for all of you? Can you please confirm in chat box once? Okay, clear. Great. Could you repeat it one more time again? Like what exactly want me to repeat, Dadapin and Surinder? I just take the script from my GitHub. See, it is the script. I take the script and execute on my server. How I executed? From the script here. Okay. After running this script, I copy the public IP address and paste on the server with port number 8081. So from then you can see the steps. First of all, click on sign in. Username will be admin. Password will be you can get from this path. After that, set your own password. Click on disable anonymous access and click on save. That's it. Hope it is clear for you guys. Here, like what is the stuff I'm telling you? If you miss some part of the step, you can completely have a lot of mess up. Okay. So while I'm explaining, I'm telling this to online particularly. Focus on here while I'm explaining. Okay. If you focus on any other of your surroundings, you miss the entire part of it. Okay. So now here you have the Nexus server. Once you create the Nexus server, now what you're gonna create here? You are going to create the repository. Why I'm creating the repository? To create the artifact. So here I have given the step by step to set up the repository. So if you want to create the repository, first of all, you need to click on setting symbol. So you can see here, are you seeing setting symbol? Click here. You can see something called as repositories. Click on repository, click on create repository. So the repository type will be maven to hosted. What it is? Here I have given the same thing. Click on repositories, new, and I need to select maven to. So after that, I need to give the name of the repository and click on save directly. That's it. Okay. So if you go and see, name of the repository will be Netflix. What is the name of the repository? Okay. So now click on save. I mean, like create the repository. Again, I'm telling you one more time. If you want to create the repository, click on settings symbol, go for repos. Next, go for create repo. Then here I need to select maven to hosted. Okay. After give the name and then click on create the repository. That's it. Okay, sir. Now you have the server and you have the repository. What is the next thing here? You want to put the now here, how exactly we are going to put the artifact in the Nexus? Already, you know, where is our artifact going to store initially? Jenkins, but we want to put it to Nexus. How this can be done? This you can do on two ways. One is manual, second one is automation. Tell me, as a DevOps engineer, which one we do to prefer, manual or automation? Automation, right? So what we'll be doing, we will be writing a pipeline for it. What I'll be writing? Pipeline. Okay. So already you know how to write pipeline for the continuous integration. Now I'll be adding one stage. That one stage will automatically push the var file from the Jenkins server to Access. Tell me what are the stages you know till now. First of all, stage number one will be, I don't know, stages I'm asking code. Next, build, test, artifact. This already you know. Here I'm gonna write one more thing called Nexus stage name. What is the name of the stage? Or you can call it as artifactory uploader. Anything is fine. So for this stage, if I write the code, automatically this var file will come from the Nexus server to the, sorry, this var file will come from Jenkins to the Nexus server. Now this is what exactly we are going to do now. Okay, let's do it. But sir, tell me one thing. Before I go and write the Nexus thing, you need to understand one thing. If you are integrating any other third party tool to your Jenkins, you need to install the plugin. What you need to install? Without installing the plugin, you cannot integrate any tool to the Jenkins. Is the logic clear for all of you? Again, third time I'm repeating this point. If you want to integrate any tool to the Jenkins server, you need to download the plugin. So here I shown you Nexus integration to the pipeline. For the Nexus integration to the pipeline, first of all, we need to download the plugin. How you can download? So I'll show you the path how to download the plugin. If you go to the Jenkins server, in the Jenkins server, click on Manage Jenkins. And straightforward, you can see an option called plugins. It is very straightforward option. Okay. So here I'll write the path to download. Okay. Manage Jenkins. In the section called plugins, go for available plugins. It's the complete internet issue here. I got the thing. Why? Because in my home, Jenkins is working properly as usual. But here, the same server I'm using. Even I checked on my home also. I have some different laptop. With that laptop, it is working very fine. Some different network. But from this network, it's working very slow. If it works like this, it's gone. So now you can see something called as plugins. What you can see? So click on the plugin. In the plugin section, you can see something called as available plugin. Which plugin? So we need to go and click the available plugin. Give me 1 second. I'm pinging to the admin here. So Available plugin. So in the available plugins, you can see something called as Nexus Artifactory Uploader. Okay. So in future, if I ask you to download any plugin, the same process, go to Manage Jenkins, go to Plugins, click on Available Plugin. So here you need to know the plugin name. So guys, remember, in future, if I ask you to download any kind of plugin, okay, the same process is going to happen. Okay. Only the plugin name will change, but the process will remain same. So are you seeing available plugins here? In the available plugin, just type here Nexus. What you gonna type? Nexus. Oh man, it's making me piss off actually. So it's taking like very bare lot of time. I think it will come after 1 hour. So type here Nexus. Are you seeing Nexus Artifactory Uploader? This plugin is to upload the artifact to Nexus repository. And you can see this plugin is for adoption. That means basically what happened, if you have some interest on Jenkins, you can take this plugin and you can maintain by your own. That means you can write some new features for it. Whenever if you are seeing this is for adoption, you can take it and you can maintain it. Okay. So I'm clicking install. That's it. So now plugin is going to download and you can write the pipeline for it. So again, I'm repeating the point. To integrate any tool to Jenkins, we need to download the plugin. I'm writing here to integrate any tool with Jenkins. We need to download the plugin. To download the what, sir? Plugin. Okay. The process will remain same. First of all, go to manage Jenkins, then go for plugin section, click on available. So give the plugin name. And at last, you need to click on install. That's it. So click on go back to the top page. That's it. So now once if you do this now, so automatically what happen, so this Jenkins will take this plugin and will go for the configuration part. Okay. Guys, it's taking a lot of time. Why it's when I removed all the cache. I think I need to go shift to wait, let me try with incognito. Check the speed test. Speed is fine. Like it's, it's working fine. 38 Mbps, almost like it reached to 50 also. It's not about the speed. Okay, leave it. So here now, like let's go and let's do the configuration. Basically, it's making our class very slow and it's making me boring also. Why? Because for a single click, it's taking 1 minute. And what are the concept that I'm teaching? It will be becoming very lag day by day due to this internet issue. So now click on configure and again wait for 1 minute. Okay. Eventually it will take 1 minute only, right? In practice also, is the same issue or like in practice it's working very fine for you? In working fine for practice? Sorry? For you it's taking time, huh? Even I take T2 medium, like I have given 1 CPU additional and a 2 GB of RAM additionally, but still it is working slowly here. Hmm? So here, now see, I'm going to add the step called Nexus. What is the step I want to add? Stage. Just type here, Nexus. Inside stage, what you need to write here? Steps. Inside steps. Now here, which command you will give? So remember, here we are going to integrate this separate tool. So directly we cannot write any command. So click on pipeline syntax. Whenever if you are integrating any new tool, see, these are plain Linux commands only. You can give sh, but here you don't know what to give. You want to give some input, but you don't know what it is exactly. In that case, if you click on pipeline syntax, you can open the new tab. In this tab, we need to configure the Nexus. But before that, I'll ask you one question. Tell me which file will have the complete project information. Which file will have the complete project information? Already we discussed on Maven. Pom.xml. You forgot this one. Pom.xml will have the complete information of the project. So if you go and see, so in the sample step, select here Nexus. Are you seeing the Nexus here at the last? Select this one. Now it is going to ask some details. If you give these details, it is gonna automatically give you the syntax. What are the details we need to give? First of all, it is asking the Nexus version. Currently, which version you are using for Nexus? Version 3, correct or not, sir? Go here and give Nexus 3. And what is the protocol for Nexus? Is it HTTP or HTTPS? HTTP, it's not HTTPS. How can you tell? Means if the connection is secure, for example, see, are you seeing log symbol? This indicates it is HTTPS. Are you seeing log symbol into? This indicate HTTP. That means it is not secure. So just to give here HTTP. Nexus URL means you need to give the public IP address and port number of your Nexus server. Only public IP address and port number. Rest of the things you need to remove it here. Okay. Again, Nexus version is 3. Protocol HTTP. This is the public IP address of Nexus server. Credentials. How to add credentials? Click on Jenkins. This time, username of Nexus is admin. What is the password I have given? Password Raham123 I have given. Okay. So what you need to give? Raham1. Wait. That's it. So next here description, I am using it for Nexus. So just type here Nexus. It is gonna show you, okay, this username and password is for Nexus. Click on add. Now if you click on drop down, are you seeing Nexus here? That's it. Next, again coming to the group ID. If you go to pom.xml, what is the group ID here? In.raham. Next, version. What is the version of the application here you are using? 1.2.2. And later, what is the name of the repository you created in the Nexus? Netflix. Just it will ask the inputs. Based upon the input, you need to give the inputs. Okay, sorry, the values you need to give. Next, click on artifact. Sir, you are trying to store the artifact. Okay, what is the artifact ID here? Artifact ID. Netflix. Copy this and give it here. What is the type of artifact? Var. .var. Next, here coming to the file. Sir, generally your artifact is going to store on target folder. Correct or not, sir? Target give Netflix 1.2.2 .var. This indicates in the target folder of my Jenkins server, you have the Netflix 1.2.2.var. Just put it to the Nexus server. If you want me to show, for example, it is your Jenkins server, sir. Just go and check cd var lib Jenkins workspace. Give the CI pipeline or CI job. See a job. We go and see. Inside the target only, you are having Netflix or not, sir? Seeing it or not? So the meaning of this one means it is going to indicate where exactly my artifact is. My artifact is inside target folder called Netflix where. So again, I'm going to show you one more time how to configure. So if you go to here, click on pipeline syntax, it is going to open the separate syntax page. Okay. Why we are using this pipeline syntax means if you want to integrate Jenkins with any kind of tool, you are going to use this pipeline syntax for it. Once if you open this one, here we are going to select Nexus uploader. Here I have given a step-by-step point. Okay. All the information will be available on the pom.xml. What are the pom.xml you are seeing? Just take it and use it. So here in the sample step, I need to select here Nexus Artifactory Uploader. Okay. So coming to the version here, in the version, I have seen Nexus 3 protocol. So Nexus URL means you need to give the public IP address and port number. Coming to the credentials, you know how to add. Click on add Jenkins, username with password. Username of Nexus will be, password will be Raham123. Okay. So I already added, so I'm canceling this one. So I have selected this one here. Coming to the group ID, where can you see the group ID? pom.xml. It is in.raham. Next, artifact version 1.2.2. Are you seeing this 1.2.2? Next, what is the repository name here? Netflix. And coming to the artifactory ID. So artifact ID is again Netflix. Are you seeing the artifact ID here? Netflix. Upon the later here, you can see the type of the artifact. What is the type of artifact here? Where? And your artifact is on target folder called Nexus 1.2.2.var. Is it clear now? So this is the way how exactly we can configure the Nexus to our Jenkins script actually. So now tell me, is the process of configuring clear for all of you know? Online, can you confirm me, is the configuration part clear for all of you or not? Sorry. Here you need to mention, you want to upload the artifact file. Where is the artifact file? Inside the target folder called Netflix. So if you go and see, it is your server. Where is your var file? In the target folder, right? Are you seeing target folder? Go to target folder. Inside the target folder only you have the var file. So you need to give the path actually. From which folder you are uploading the var file to the server. That's it. Yes. Fine. So now once if you do this one, at last you can see something called as generate pipeline script. What you can see here? Copy this script and paste it on the pipeline. That's it. You don't do anything, just copy paste it. And the moment if you click on build now, automatically what will happen, you know? It is going to upload the artifact on Nexus server. Okay. So just go and check this one. It is very straightforward. All the options will be on pom.xml. See the pom.xml and give the input. Okay. Again, it's taking a lot. And one more thing, check this where the exact pipeline is running. Okay. If it expire log capture, will it work? Suman, what exactly your query? I'm not getting your query. Can you please elaborate it? Wait, guys, it's still loading. See, like I clicked on configure long ago. From CLI, it is working very speed, like it's working fine, but from GUI only, it's working very slow. That's what like I'm wondering what's happening with the GUI. So I'm putting agent anyway because I'm not using master and slave concept here. I'm putting agent any. So the moment if I click on build now, automatically, so from the Git, it will take the code. In the Jenkins, it's gonna do, see, it is the process. From the Git, it will take the code. From the Jenkins, it will do CI process. That means continuous build place, continuous test. And you'll get the var file. Whatever the var file you get in the Jenkins, it is gonna store on the Nexus. That's it. Username PWD. Where I have given username PWD? I haven't given PWD, Luman. It's admin. Username is admin, okay? By default username, it won't expire. So now here what I'll do is if I click on build now, the moment if I click on build now, automatically you'll get the new code. It's gonna make the build process. It's gonna make the test. It's gonna upload the artifact. It will do within 1 second only artifact upload. Okay. Just go and check. How much time it took, sir? 1 second. Now, if we go to the Nexus here and if I click on refresh, okay, what exactly will happen? In the Netflix, you can see the artifact. Okay, you copy. You have seen the URL, right? Copy the URL. Once if you copy the URL, you can go and you can paste it on other browser. Are you seeing here browse and index.html? Click on HTML index. You can see here. Are you seeing the artifact here? Is stored or not, sir? So from this location we can get, okay. So it is the way how exactly you can store the artifacts. Okay, in future also you go like you can see it here. So you have the folder called in. Inside that you have the RAM folder. You have the Netflix artifact is 1.2.2.var. This is the way how exactly you can store the artifact. Sir, in future, if I try to give newer version, for example, let's consider I update the code. For example, let's consider it is version 1.0. Now developer given the version 1.20. So if I click on build now, automatically GitHub will take the version 1.2 code. Of course, I'm not changing here, but let's assume the code has changed. If you try to upload the artifact to Nexus, it is going to fail now. What is going to happen here? The reason is, remember guys, by default, Nexus will have the deployment policy disable redeploy. That means if you try to deploy the var file second time, if you try to upload the var file second time, it is going to disable it. For that purpose, click on allow redeploy and click on save. Now, if you try to click on build now, it will work very fine. Okay, by default, we can able to upload only one artifact for the one folder. But if we click on allow redeploy, we can upload the multiple artifact to the same folder. So remember this point in the practical way. Is it uploaded now? Like that. So online is the last point clear for all of you know. Can you confirm? Okay. What about remaining online? Is it clear for all of you? What are the last point I said? So this is the script actually I have given. Okay. So you can follow the same script. What are the script I have given? You can use it for reference. That's it. Okay. Fine. So now tell me the reason why we need to use artifacts, sir. What is the purpose of using artifact? Storage to back up the artifact. Okay. Artifactory service is to make the artifactory backup. What is the artifactory service we are using on the course? Nexus. What is the port number? 8081. Okay. So here for the Nexus, what kind of instance type we need to take? T2 medium, right? What is the purpose means? We can able to do rollback. We have the old artifact. That's it. What are the other alternatives we can use? JFrog and S3. From where you can get the script? In the GitHub, you have all setup. So if you go to the repositories, in the repositories, you can find something called as all setups. You can take this one. I'm gonna give it on the notes also. So online you can take it from the chat box, and offline I'm gonna give it for the notes. Okay. So no need to worry about this one. Here I'm giving setup. setup script. So remember these 4 kit ones, okay? I'm giving it in the initial days of the course. In the middle of the course, don't come and ask, sir, where the setups are going to taken from. Here it is a setup. I have given the starting of the course. You can take it and fork that repository. That's it. Fine. So next year, we are going to discuss about something called as Tomcat. Which one? Tomcat. So have you ever heard about Tomcat? What is Tomcat in general? I'm asking. How can you define something called as Tomcat? Tomcat ante enti like. What is the meaning of Tomcat? HTTPD is not a Tomcat. Who said it is Tomcat? It's completely wrong. It's web server. It's Apache web server. It's not Tomcat. It's a Java server. It's a web server. Unfortunately, both are wrong. Okay. Application server. Tomcat is. What is the meaning of Tomcat? If we want to deploy any application, we need to have an application server. So if you remember, I said about the 3-tier architecture. There we have web server, app server, database server. Web server is Apache. Web server is Apache. App server is Tomcat. Database server is MySQL or any other thing. Okay. See, let's explore something about the facts which you don't know. Okay. So basically, everybody knows something about technical field, but I'll ask you a question. Try to answer this question. For example, I'll open something in the browser. Tell me it is a website or is a web application. So let me go and click on Amazon. If I click on Amazon, like you can see something here. Tell me, is it a website or is it web application? Huh? How many of you say it is web application? Raise your hands. Okay. And website? Online, you can ping your response on the comment section. Is it a web application or website? I would like to get response from all of the 60 people. Website. Okay. What about remaining people? Only some people are like pinging here. Website, web application. Okay, fine. Then what about the rest of the people? You are still on confusing, eh? Is a website or web application? Some people will have the phobia. If I tell if it is wrong, what will happen? Okay, don't have fear like this. Okay. Application is we download from App Store, so website only. First of all, let me tell you something which is the craziest fact. Okay. All we know about technology, all we use applications, and all we browse websites also. But the fundamental thing is, if somebody asks you what is the difference between website and web application, how many of you are able to answer? What is the difference? Yeah, tell me. What is the difference between website and web application? Ah, somewhat of correct, but again, there is some point to add for it. Yeah, next you. You raise your hand, na? No, no. You tell me. Oh no. It's completely wrong. Site which is hosted on the web is called as website. Okay. Then what about web app? Application which is hosted on web. Okay. Let me give you the basic definition of website and web application, guys. It is very simple. Okay. If you have only front end part, only front end, no back end, that is called as website. No, sir, if I have front end code plus back end code, then that is called as web application. For website, database is optional for website. But for web application, database is This is the only difference. If you have only front-end code, that indicates it's a website. No, sir, if I have front-end code plus back-end code, so it indicates web application. For website, database is optional. If you want to put, you can put, otherwise like it's completely fine. But for web application, database is going to be very, very mandatory. Okay. So basically what exactly is Tomcat? Means it's a web application server used to deploy the Java applications. That means if I want to deploy my Java application means I have both front-end code plus back-end code. So to deploy any application, we need to have one application server. In our scenario, we are going to use Tomcat. Okay. So if I want to work with the Tomcat, I need to install Java 11 on my server. Otherwise, Tomcat will not work for me. And what is the port number we're going to use here? Tomcat port number is 8080. Now you will get a doubt. Sir, Jenkins are the same port number, sir. Of course, it is same port number. But in real time, your Jenkins and Tomcat will be installed on two different servers. We are not going to install on same server. Okay. Of course, even though if we install on same server, can we change the port number of Jenkins? Then it's completely fine. But remember, in real time, Jenkins and Tomcat will be different folders. So here we can deploy our artifacts. In this Tomcat, we're going to deploy the artifact. It is free and open source, this Tomcat. So it is written on Java programming language and it comes in the year of 1999. Again, I'm telling. So Tomcat is a web application server to deploy the Java application. What is the meaning of web app? If we have both front-end code plus, that is called as web app. And here database is mandatory. So here it works with Java and port number will be 8080. So here we exactly going to deploy our artifacts. What are the artifacts you have? Jar, var, year, like that. It is free and open source tool given by Apache. You know Maven, right? So Maven given by Apache, Tomcat is also given by Apache. It is written on Java programming language and it comes on the year 1999. So here, as per our discussion, var file we are going to deploy on web apps folder. If I want to deploy the var file inside the Tomcat, I have the web apps folder. No, sir, if I want to deploy the jar file inside Tomcat folder, I have the lib. This is the important part to remember. Var files on web apps, jar files on libs. So what are the other alternatives we are having for this Tomcat? Means we have Nginx, we have IIS, we have Google WebSphere, we have JBoss, and we have. So these will be the alternative for your Tomcat, what we can say. That's it. Okay. So from the theoretical perspective, is a Tomcat clear for all of you? What is Tomcat and why we need to use it? Tell me what is Tomcat and why we need to use it? It's an application server used to deploy the Java applications. So online, is a Tomcat clear for all of you? Introduction part. Can you please confirm in chat box once? Okay, clear, great, fine. So if something is not clear, please try to ask me, okay? Otherwise, can't get it. Okay. So coming to the setup, first of all, you need to install Java 11. So guys, here already have the slave server. Don't create some separate server. Basically, you can practice on slave server. Okay. So here, as of now, we are having the slave server. I am going to take the slave server. But if you want to practice on separate server, you can do it. But as of now, I'm going with my slave here. So installation we can do on two different ways. One is manual way. Second one is, first of all, I'll show the manual way, which will take 10 minutes. Next, I'll show automation way. Automation will take 1 second. 1 second. I already shown you on demos. If you remember. You remember this one? Let's explore Karinge. So guys, setup will be having some points to remember. Step number 1 is going to be download the Tomcat. See, manual I'll show you once only. Don't try to memorize. Why? Because in real time we do an automation way. But I'm just giving you insight how to set up from the manual point of view. So if I go to the Google and if I type something called dlcdn.apache.org. So you can see the list of Apache softwares. This is the Apache softwares which are currently available in the market. So here I'm going to download Tomcat. So just to go for T here and check for Tomcat. In the Tomcat, what is the version I'm going for? 9. Of course, you can go for 10 and 11 also. What is the latest version here we're having? 9.0.88 and you have 9.0.89 also. I'm going for 89. Are you seeing bin here? In the bin, you can see something called as tar.gz. In this file, we have the Tomcat files. Okay, this is a tar file. In this file, we are going to have the Tomcat configuration. So give the right click here and click on copy the link. Now this file is on internet, but I want to download this Tomcat file to my Linux server. How I can download? Means we have a command called wget. Which cut? Wget. See, it is empty. If I give wget stand for webget. Wget stand for webget. If I give ll, automatically you can see the var file. So step number 1 is to download the Tomcat from dlcdn apache.org. Just run this sprite command wget and the link. Okay, previously the number was 0.87, but the number was 0.89. Why? Because the versions will change for every 2 to 3 weeks. That's it. So next year, once you download the Tomcat, next what you're gonna do? You are going to extract. Sir, currently the configuration is on the tar files. Which file? So I want to extract tar-zxvf Apache. Just give a tab, automatically file will come. Now all the Tomcat configuration file will come to this folder. Okay. Again, I'm telling you step number 1 here. Step number 1 is to download the Tomcat. By using which command you can download? Wget and this link. This link will be coming from Google itself. Just type dlcd and apache.org. You can get this link. Okay. Second one. So whenever if you download Tomcat, that will be on tar format. You want to extract the files. By using which command you can get? tar-zxvf. Guys, remember, it is manual way. Already we have the script. You need not to memorize this point, but I'm explaining the process, how to set up. Okay. After that, in step number 3, we are going to configure the username and password for Tomcat login. So for Tomcat server, we need to have the login. How to set up the login? Means if I go to the file called configuration file, I have a Tomcat user.xml. I need to go to this file here. Okay. VM. Inside the Apache Tomcat folder, I have subfolder called configuration. Inside the configuration, I have again one more file called Tomcat user.xml. Now, if you go to down here by using Shift G, are you seeing the lines here? Copy the first 3 lines, okay, and paste it the line number 56. Okay, if you go and see, are you seeing line number 56? Here in the notes also I mentioned line number 56, 57, 58. You need to copy these 3 lines. Okay, I already copied and I'm pasting it here. So now here you need to add the username and password for Tomcat to login. But before that, first of all, sir, if I want to log into Tomcat, I need to have the roles. Definitely we need to have the roles. Role number 1 will be manager GUI. Guys, these are the default values. Okay. Don't worry about how these values are generating. These are the default values. Second one will be manager script. Okay. So username, what is the username I'm having here? Tomcat. And coming to the password. So for the password, I am giving Raham123. You can give whatever the password you want. But some people will put password on this less than greater than symbols. Okay. If you put the password on this middle, it is not going to work for you. So make sure that password you are giving properly. And coming to the roles, how many roles you have given for Tomcat, sir, here? 2. First role is manager GUI, comma, space. Second role is manager script. That's it. Okay. Again, I'll explain you one more time. Inside Apache Tomcat folder, I have one more folder called which folder? Configuration. I have a file called Tomcat user.xml. The file name also I have given here. Okay. So after that, I need to go to file number, so line number 56, 57, and 58. So here I need to go and I copy paste this line. See, what are the lines you are seeing? I need to copy them and I need to paste it here. So role number 1 will be manager. Role number 2 will be the script. Here I have given manager GUI and manager script. Username is Tomcat, password is Ram123, and give this roles name. After giving them, just save it. The step number 3 clear for all of you know? How to configure the user? Clear or not? Online, what about you? Is step number 3 clear for all of you know? How to do the configuration of user in Tomcat? Clear, fine. Now I need to go to one more line and I'm going to delete the line number 21 and 22. It is the file inside Apache Tomcat. Okay. I need to go for the folder called web apps. What I need to go for? Inside this, I have manager, meta-inf, context.xml. It is a file name actually. Okay. Again, I'm telling no need to memorize everything. Why? Because we use scripts. Okay. But here for your initial clarity, I'm showing the manual way. So go to this file and line number 21, 22 must be deleted. So VIM inside Apache, inside manager. But before manager, you have one more file. That is web apps. Okay. Don't forget this one. Web apps. So inside web apps, you have manager, you have meta-inf, context.xml will be the file number. So just to give colon 21. If you give colon 21, you are going for line number 21. So delete line number 21 and 22. You can ask me why to delete. If you don't delete that one, we need to give the public IP address of our server here. Instead of giving public IP address of server here, I am deleting that lines. It indicates our local host. Okay. Now save it. That's it. Your Tomcat setup is done. So once if you do it, in the last one, I need to run the script. How to run the script? Basically, Tomcat is a service. You know, when we download a service, by default, service will be in which state? Stop state. So we need to, so we use systemctl command. But here to start the Tomcat, systemctl Tomcat will not work. Why? Because we have the script for Tomcat startup. This script will be on bin folder. Which folder? So run the script. sh is to run the script. Inside Apache Tomcat, inside bin, I have startup.sh. Is Tomcat started now? That's it. Now copy the public IP address of your Tomcat server. That means the place where you install Tomcat, and the port number is 8080. So now if you go and see, it is the way how you can access. Okay. After accessing this one, so you need to select here manager app and you need to give the username and password. So click on manager apps. So username will be Tomcat. Password will be Raham123. Have you logged into Tomcat server now? Is it easy or not, sir? Easy or not? It's not easy. Why? Because the process is very, very lengthy. Okay. But again, I'll make it automate for you. But before automation, I'll show you one more thing. First of all, you need to download the Tomcat. Step number 1. Step number 2 is to extract the files. Step number 3 is setting the username and password. Step number 4 is deleting the line number 21 and 22. Step number 5 is starting the Tomcat. So this took almost 10 minutes. I almost started the Tomcat at 7 exactly. But what is the time now? 7:09. That means it's almost all took 10 minutes for us. So now what exactly I'm going to do now is I'm going to make it the Tomcat setup within 1 second. How many seconds? So now if you go and check here, how exactly this will work means again, if you go to my GitHub, there is something called as tomcat.sh. Are you seeing the tomcat.sh here? Okay. So I'll copy the script, but before that, let me edit. Guys, here I have 9.0.86. Okay. But what is the latest version of Tomcat? 9.0. So first of all, let me correct this one here. Okay. Why? Because if you use the same thing in your practice, it will not work. Why? Because 9.0.86 is expired long ago. For that purpose, I'm going to make 86 to 89. Of course, I can use automation command to make it. Wait. So what I'll do is in the same server. Okay. In the same server, I'm removing the Tomcat folder. If I remove the Tomcat folder, service will not work. See. Are you seeing Tomcat files and folders here? No. Whenever if you remove the files and folders of Tomcat, your Tomcat will not work. The reason why I removed is I want to show you one more time. Okay. So now what will I do here exactly? VM tomcat.sh. It is a script. I paste the script here. First of all, I'm going to remove the Java 11 command. Why? Because already I installed Java 11. Correct or not, sir? I installed Java 11 or not? So I'm removing that one. And I said you set command. You remember the set command? Set command is to replace the value. So if you go and see, currently in my script called tomcat.sh, I'm having 86. I want to replace 86 with 87. How can I do? Set hyphen I yes slash 86. I want to replace with 89. Why? Because it's the latest value. And put G. G is for globally. And what is the file name? Tomcat.sh. Now if we go and see cat tomcat.sh, all the values replicated to 9.0.89 or not, sir? So this is the way how exactly automation will work. Okay. So now this I am going to give on your notes here. Okay. So in the GitHub, I have removed this old one. Remember guys, in future also, this 9.0.89 will go and some other thing will come, some other version. At that time, please change the version here. Okay. On your local. Now see, run the script. How much time I said for you? 1 second. It's done. We go and see, are you seeing Tomcat got started here? How much time it took? But manually, how much time it took? So now, have you got the taste of automation now? Which one is good, manual or automation? Automation, okay. So, sir, if you want me to show it lively, so just copy the public IP address again. So I'll be copying the public IP address of your Tomcat server and try to paste it on the browser with port number 8080. That's it. Now you can go ahead and see here. Manager apps. Username will be Tomcat. Password will be Raham123. Are you able to see Tomcat now here? So within 1 second, how many seconds? Within 1 second, your Tomcat setup is ready. Even in real time also, you cannot find script like this. I'm just telling you, just go to any of the institute and try to ask, will you able to set up Tomcat within 1 second? The answer will be no. Even if you ask ChatGPT or any other, it will take at least 10 seconds on a least case. But how much time we are taking here? 1 second. That means how much of automation you are learning here. So this is the concept. Now I'll ask you a question. Sir, what is the difference between continuous delivery and deployment? Continuous delivery means deploying the application to production in manual. Okay, I'll show you continuous delivery. You need to deploy the application. You have the Tomcat server. How to deploy the application manually means I'll show you. It is your Jenkins server, correct or not, sir? You have the var file. Let me show you the var file. If you go to the build here, okay, click on the build number. Where you want to click on? In the build number, you can see your artifact. What you can do, download the artifact from the Jenkins server and put that on the Tomcat. I'll show you how to do it. So if you click on build now, you can see something called as workspace. What it is? Are you seeing workspace? In this workspace, you can see the like a Netflix var file. What you are going to do now? From this workspace, download the Netflix var file to your local, and from your local, you have the option to upload the var file from your local. Have you seen this one? Choose file. What is the meaning of choose file? You can download to the local and you can upload from here. Let me show you. So you can see this link. Click on this link. You can see the var file. One of the worst part is like it's taking a lot of time to load. Otherwise, class will be like very, very interesting as well as interactive also. So now you can see something called as target. So generally, your var file will be on which folder? Target. In the target folder, you can download the var file. Now, just if you click on that var file, automatically it will come to the local itself. And we started Jenkins on Monday or like Saturday? Na? Jenkins, when you started? Saturday. Okay, fine. Are you seeing the var file here? Netflix 1.2.2.var. See guys, it is not the var file. It is the folder. It is your var file. If you click on this one, automatically is it downloading to your local or not, sir? So once if this download to your local, what you can do manually, you can upload this artifact to your Tomcat server. So that will become the continuous delivery. Which one? Continuous delivery. So you see it is downloading, okay? You can clearly see here how bad the internet is. See, for 8 MB, it's taking almost 1 minute. Generally, it won't take much time, right? Even in our mobile also, it will take only seconds for 8 MB. And again, the link is not updated here. I'm speaking with the admin. So it is done now. Now go to your local, click on choose file. In the download section, go for download section. Are you seeing the var file here? Copy the var file, click on deploy. That's it. Now automatically this var file will be deployed on the Tomcat server. Lot of people will think like deployment is very difficult, but see how easy it is. What you done? You done the CI on the Jenkins, and what you done? Set up the Tomcat. After doing this one, you download the var file to local, and you are uploading. Is the application running or not, sir? It will run. See, it is still loading due to bad internet. Wait. I clicked on deploy long ago. Wait. Continue. Arey man. So click on choose the file. Go to the download section. Here click on deploy. Now automatically you can see in this path, you can see the Tomcat application, but it's loading. Wait for few seconds. Okay. Now if I give the public IP address and port number, you can see the Netflix on your mobiles also. Let me show you that. So if you go and see here, guys, are you seeing this one? Click on this Netflix. Now automatically you are getting Netflix application. Is it application opening or not, sir? This is what continuous delivery stand for. Here, how I deployed the application manually. Which one? In upcoming session, I'm going to show you how to deploy automatically also. Now, even though if I give the public IP address to you, you can see the same application. Open your mobiles, all of you. In the mobile, just type this one. Just type a public IP address and port number 8080. Even for online, I'm going to give this URL on the chat box. Just access that URL and let me know whether you are able to access the application or not. It is a public IP address, guys. You can type it on your browser from mobile phone or even from laptop. You can get the same application what you are seeing on the screen. So for Satya, it is working. Yeah. Remaining people also try to verify. So Dadapir, it's working. Ramu, you got it. Fine. 23.22.34.253:8080. That's the public IP address of your server and port number 8080. Just click on that one, manager apps. Username is Tomcat, password is Raham123. Okay, you can type like that directly. Yes. So this is the way how exactly we are going to do the continuous delivery process. Are you getting it? Username is Tomcat, password is Raham123. Yep. Just give it. Man, here not. You need to type here in the top. And one is the mistake you are doing is why you have given slash here? Have I given slash here? No, no. So you cannot type IP address here. Let me cut and let me paste it here. We do it here now. You will get it. Continue to the site. Are you getting now? So if we click on manager apps, username is Tomcat. Password is Raham123. Click on sign in. Are you seeing the Netflix application here now? There you go. Okay. So guys, this is a very high level overview of your continuous delivery process. Okay. So that's it for today's session. In today's class, which concepts we learn here? We learned only two concepts. How many concepts? First one is Nexus. Second one is what Nexus will do? It is going to store the artifact in your separate server. Why? Because if we lost the main Jenkins server, we don't have backup. For the purpose of backup, we can store artifacts separately. Second thing we seen Tomcat. Okay. Nexus is to store the artifacts. Tomcat is to deploy the artifact. Okay. So that's it. Now, before going for doubts and queries, first of all, how's the continuous delivery process for you? Is it easy or difficult for you? Easy. And what about your online? How's the session for all of you today? Can you please confirm in chat box all of you once? So what about remaining guys? Is it clear for all of you? Remaining people? Just try to ping on comment section. Your response is gonna be very, very important. Why? Because based upon your response only the class are going to happen in upcoming days. Okay. Okay, so it was easy, good, clear, nice. Session was good. Fine. Yep. So from all of you, the session was very good. That was very, very nice to hear. And online, if you have any queries or any doubts from your side, please raise your hand. I'm gonna give unmute option for you. And Dadapir, when are we going to learn to write the script? So scripting is a part of your Linux classes. Once we start the Linux for you, you can write scripts there, okay? We will address you when the new Linux batch is going to start. And Satya, like what's your concern here? Like, let me see. Basically, there are a lot of comments here. I lost your previous question. Just type it, Satya, once, if you have the chance. Okay, so first question is from Harish. Harish, you can go and speak ahead regarding your doubt.
Yes, sir. Okay, artifacts we store in Nexus, right? So
Yep.
is there any situation like it will artifact is also gets deleted from the Nexus?
Sorry, please repeat your question. Is there any situation?
Like that artifacts in the Nexus also gets deleted.
No, it won't happen. Why? Because Nexus server will not allow you to delete the artifacts. Why? Because you won't have the permission to delete. Okay, we can set settings like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And Tomcat is allowing only to for Java applications to deploy.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Python also you can deploy. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's my question. Yeah.
Hmm. So next, Gopi Krishna. Yes, please go ahead, Gopi Krishna.
Yeah, hi sir. Good evening. So, Nexus, right? When you are triggering the build, so it is going to store artifact in Nexus, right?
Mm.
So,
Yep.
it is replacing the existing one, or when you change the settings, right? Is a rebuilding or something?
Basically, your voice is a bit low, Gopi Krishna. I'm not able to hear it properly. Can you please speak a little bit louder?
Okay, okay. So, is it audible now?
Yeah, tell me.
Okay. So, when you trigger the rebuild, right?
Yep.
So it is replacing the exist one, or it is deleting and it is again placing the new one in
Basically,
Access.
whenever if you click on build now,
Mhm.
everything will start from the scratch point again. Okay. But there is an option to trigger from the particular stage. For example, if you have the pipeline, in the pipeline, you have the code, build, test, deploy like this. For example, whenever if you click on build now, all the stages will perform. But I want to perform only for testing stage. There is an option called start build from. So this you are going to see on the upcoming days.
Okay, my doubt is in artifact, right? In Access, so you changed some settings, right? Like rebuild. It is
Okay,
not
that you
accepting.
are asking. Fine, fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, by default, whenever if you put one artifact in the Nexus repository, it is limited to only accepting one artifact. Okay. So in that case, you are going to select allow redeploy. If you click on allow redeploy, you can deploy the multiple artifacts in the same repository.
Okay, it won't delete the already existing one then.
Yeah, already existing or it can be a new one. It doesn't matter. It's a new artifact or already existing one. It doesn't care. It is going to allow multiple deployments of artifact. Okay.
Okay, if we change the code, in this case, it will accept, right? It won't
Yes,
fail.
even though if you change the code, if it doesn't change the code, it doesn't matter for the Nexus. It will accept the multiple artifacts in this case.
Okay, got it.
Yep. Hope it's
Thank
clear.
you, sir.
Thank you. So guys, one more thing from the online perception, basically the Zoom links has been expired. Okay, what are the Zoom links you are using that is expired? So I'm going to send the new Zoom link on the Telegram channel. Okay, so after the class, I'm going to send it for you. So Sumant, like I hope I address this one for you. So you can connect to the admin now and you can ask the queries, whatever you were asking me. Sir, why we are using agent any in pipeline? Agent any means it is going to run on my Jenkins only. Now, if I want to work on slave, I need to use label. But as of now, I'm working on my Jenkins server, so I put agent any in the pipeline. Hope it is clear for you, Narayana. And Anil Kumar, sir, how to allow all traffic in EC2 instance in my security group? So already I shown you this several times, but see it one more time. Whenever if you are clicking to launch like new EC2 instance, so for the security groups, click on new security group. You can click on edit option. In the edit, instead of SSH, put all traffic. Here you have all traffic. Okay. This is the only thing you want to modify it, Anil. Hope it is clear for you, know. That's it. So guys, and one more thing I'm going to tell you, for tomorrow, the class will be 9 a.m. Okay. So try to join at 9 a.m. only for tomorrow. Okay. So online, you will receive the link at 8:45 in your Telegram channel or Google Classroom. Your admin will ping it to you. Often also, like you can come to 9 a.m. on the morning. Okay, then. So hope the session was good for all of you. So let's meet on tomorrow's session with some new topic. Have a great day. Bye all. Thank you. You can tell them 8080. Both 80. But here, if you see, both have installed on same server. No, right? Different server. In real time also, you will install them on different servers only. Okay. Great. Linux. If you learn Linux, then the scripting will be very easy for you. Okay. If you put .sh extension, everything will be executable. Okay. Yeah, bash is nothing but Linux. Power is Windows. Okay. Okay then. Chalo, let's meet on tomorrow's session. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you.